going on, guys? I want to welcome you back. Listen, we all know the iconic heroes of Marvel, right? You got Spider-Man, Captain America, how about Thor, Iron Man, Black Widow, Agent Coulson. He's just as good as the others. But to make the cut to be a hero isn't as strict as you might think. Marvel's got some interesting characters. You guys have seen some of them in Snap. Take, for example, Phone Ranger. Kind of fussy on the details, but what I've seen on lore, he was an ordinary phone repairman until he fixed a phone that had a spaceship in it, and one thing led to another, and bam, superhero. How about Santa Claus? He's an official Marvel hero as well, the Jolly Fat Man. And then today's card, kind of a weird one as well, Sasquatch. Now, who is Sasquatch? She's known as Heather McDaniel, a Canadian scientist who, while trying to cure cancer, experimented with gamma radiation, which I kind of feel like is not a cop-out. I don't want to be disrespectful here, but, you know, I don't think the writers are exactly just like cooking when they're like, hey, their lore? How about gamma radiation? But by doing so, Heather accidentally opened up a portal to the realm of the Great Beast, where the creature known as Tanarak had been imprisoned. Now, a dying Heather made a deal with Tanarak. He would save her life and grant her the powers of Sasquatch. But in exchange, she would help him cross over, and he would one day claim her body for his own. Which, personally, I think I would make the deal, too, if I was about to die. I would need in writing, though, like, the date Sasquatch is coming back, right? Like, I don't want to just be like, I don't know, making eggs in the morning and then like, bam, Sasquatch kills me. Now, she later became a member of Alpha Flight, which is pretty much the Canadian Avengers, and her powers consist of, well, a lot of things in Sasquatch form. Superhuman strength, she can lift over like 70 tons, superhuman stamina, durability, she's resistant to pretty much any form of injury, an insane regenerative healing factor, superhuman speed, reflexes, and of course, we'll just put the fear of God in you for just looking at her. Now, in Marvel Snap, Sasquatch is a 6-cost, 10-power card with a very simple yet effective ability. She's going to cost 1 less for every card that was played the turn prior. Which, as you guys know, it's kind of been obvious over the last 2 years of Marvel Snap. Energy reduction typically means a damn good card. She-Hulk, we know she's nuts. Scar, it took some time, but now that there's enough 10-power cards, pretty damn good as well. But that condition is way harder than Sasquatch's. Now, the term play is a bit weird in Marvel Snap. For example, Shauna doesn't play 1-cost cards. She simply just puts down 1-cost cards. There's a bunch of weird verbiage in the game. You guys know that. But then Mysterio, on the other hand, puts 3 played cards, right? So we've seen that in Hitmonkey. We're going to talk about that more in the Synergy section, but you guys can be pretty damn sure the Sasquatch is going to be a damn good card. Let's go and talk about her star ratings. And when it comes to the star ratings, guys, really, we do need some time to really get all the ratings right, but this one is just not that hard. It is an easy 5-star card. Now, it's tough to compare 5 stars to 5 stars. How good is she compared to Red Hulk? But I can tell you with full confidence, at worst, this card is a 5/10 for pretty much free, meaning it is just a great power to cost value. And overall, in my testing, just always felt good to play. There's one obvious counter out there, but you don't run into him all the time. And without Mobius and Mobius, Sasquatch is just going to be value in every game that you can draw her. Now, what makes Sasquatch insane is that you can play her before turn 3 by playing Mysterio on turn 2. You can play her before Sandman, and pretty much you're never locked out of playing the card. Now, when it comes to the fun factor, guys, this is an easy 4-star for me. Compare it to She-Hulk if you enjoyed cost reduction. If you're winning, you're going to have fun, and you're going to be winning a lot with Sasquatch in your deck. And then that takes us to flexibility, which is also a 5-star card. This card can work in any deck in the game because of just that 5-cost, 10-power value as it's, you know, just floor. And then the ceiling is insane in some archetypes that we're going to get to here in a moment. Great flexibility. And with all that, you have an adjustment factor. And this is the likelihood of a buff or a nerf. We're sure as hell not seeing a buff. I think we could see a nerf here, and I hate that. We've seen that with Red Hulk. I don't want them to nerf this card anytime soon, but there's always that little bit of warning. When a card is just an obvious great card, you have to stand up to the man himself, Glenn Jones. So in short, guys, the Spotlight Week is pretty lackluster, but Sasquatch is going to be a great card moving forward. And when you have a card that can flex with just about anything, what are the best synergies for Sasquatch? Now, obviously, guys, Bounce is going to be a typically well-paired archetype. Beast, Falcon, these free ways to play cheap cards easily is going to make Sasquatch a really good and easy combination. But as I talked about in the Snapchat, Mysterio, Mockingbird, Sasquatch, that is going to be your new Elite 3, kind of like the Annihilus package. These 3 are going to be insane because you're going to be able to play Mockingbird, that can't be Shang-Chi'd, Sasquatch for dirt cheap, And then Mysterio is just a good card for mind games, right? We've seen this with the Hitmonkey package, and I expect to see all this combined with Bounce and other archetypes. Now, outside of that, we also have the Zoo archetype. It's been a while since this has been competitive, but cheap one-cost cards, you're going to love that with Sasquatch because you can pair that up with something like Kyera, protecting your 1s and protecting your 6-cost cards. Maybe have that with Dracula Dump, and you have yourself a very solid deck as well. Looking on the screen here, guys, other great cards. You have Black Swan, who's going to be making one-cost cards for free. Typically, the value isn't there and kind of wonky with turn order, but of course, free cards means more cards, and more cards means a cheap Sasquatch. And what's better than 1, 2 Sasquatches, and that means Moon Girl is obviously going to have a place here as well, similar to something that we saw with She-Hulk. Now, of course, Wasp and Yellow Jacket cards that you can play for free are going to work as well. You can be extra cheeky and play Magic with maybe Jane Foster and get the Thor hammers down. A lot of cheap cards is what you're going to be aiming for with Sasquatch, and really the only decks you don't want them in are ones just like full of expensive options. Lastly, guys, I know he's not the best card these days, but Thanos is naturally going to have a good home. Again, you put that with Kyera, you put it with Sasquatch. Mockingbird works well there too, and I think that's going to be a natural fit. As well as Loki. Pretty much anywhere where you see a Mockingbird and it's been competitive, you can expect Sasquatch to work there with great synergy as well. And then, oh yeah, we've got things like Scar that's going to benefit off more power cards played to cheapen his cost, and Sasquatch being able to be played on turn 3 with maybe Coal Obsidian on turn 4. You're going to be having yourself a lot of power, and there's only so many cards that your opponent can Shang-Chi. All this put together, guys, clearly we've got a card that's going to work with already great archetypes. Again, the only major counter here is Mobius and Mobius. So if you don't get this card, make sure you put this in your deck for the next while because you're going to need them. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the decks. Now, Sasquatch is like a couple of the cards that have come out this year in that she gives us a lot of different options in what decks we want to play. And I'm probably going to have a lot of videos coming out on Sasquatch and the places that you can play her. But today I wanted to go a bit more like sweaty, if you will, a deck that I truly kind of crafted up and I think is going to be very competitive moving forward. I'm excited to play it. I've been playing versions of it last season and this season. Actually had a video that I made and never launched with a style of the deck. But the whole purpose of our deck here, I'm going to throw it on screen, is an offense and defense monster that's just focused on discounting power slam cards that use a mix of location, what your opponent is playing to change up your strategy to give yourself a great chance to win. Now, nothing crazy here. We've got the Annihilus package. Obviously, that's just going to be a great curve out play. But on top of that, this is a solid home for Mysterio. We can play Mysterio out on turn 2 to play Sasquatch on turn 3. Absolute disgusting maneuver. We can play Hood on turn 1, Demon and Squirrel Girl on turn 2, and then play a Mockingbird as early as possible as well, which kind of takes us to one of the 2 paths. Now, as you notice, we've got the death here, and that's because this deck is all about destroying all of our cards to get death as cheap as possible. But in the process, we're building up other conditions to play our other powerful cards. Now, Sentry did get a quote-unquote nerf, but this is one of those decks where I kind of love him under that 10 power threshold. And you're going to decide pretty early in the match, depending on your hand, are you going to go the death route or more of the Annihilus package? Now, let's go ahead and talk about the 3 main win conditions and kind of when and where you're going to want to play them. Now, first of all, we've got Death, and Death is going to be a very easy card to discount down to free even a lot of the time. The only thing you have a little bit of kind of anti-synergy here is you want to keep the Demon alive or sometimes the Hood alive if you want to go the Annihilus route. I typically wait for Death to come out on the last turn of the game. It's kind of our surprise ace in the whole card, but obviously 12 power, very easy win condition to achieve. Sasquatch, the newest card, play this whenever. Mysterio on curve, you can play this just as a 5-drop. You can play it as a 4-drop if you played a couple cards the turn prior. That's the best part about Sasquatch. Very easy to flex in. And what's great is you can get Sasquatch down to a net 4 cost a lot of the times, and then you can mix that with our other win condition in Mockingbird, and then you're going to be able to play both of those down, right? And in a perfect world, you can even save all 3 of them for turn 6, which is disgusting. Now, what makes a good player compared to an average player with the deck is knowing when to play Killmonger, right? Let's take a look at the deck here. A lot of cards that Killmonger can destroy, but this is one of our biggest and most powerful tools on defense. We want to play him out when it's most advantageous for us to not only destroy what the opponent is doing and then destroy our own cards to get death down, but you don't want to do it too soon. You want Mockingbird to remain nice and cheap. And if you get rid of the squirrels and the demon and all that good stuff, you're going to lose your momentum. Now, X23 serves a lot of different purposes in the deck as well. A cheap card, have a lot of 1 cost to get Sasquatch down, but also we can ramp up nice and easy to not only play, some of our cards off curve here, but on top of that, sometimes your Sasquatch might be 4 and maybe your Mockingbird's 3. We need that 1 extra energy, and this is where the X23 bonus effect is definitely going to come in handy. Now, Nico is kind of always just played on curve and when you can, but do know there's a lot of powerful ways to utilize your spells in the deck here. Obviously, being able to get copy and clones of things like Mockingbird or Sasquatch is kind of my go-to, but even turning something into a demon is never bad, right? So in short, guys, keep it simple. Destroy the opponent's cards, play Death and maybe one other card like Mockingbird to win 1 lane, and then you can go the Annihilus package on another. Cool part is we do have some flexibility in the deck. I think White Widow works out really well here. Most of these cards you probably should have. If you don't have, let's say, Mockingbird in this section, you can replace that for a couple of other options here. Namely, like Lady Deathstrike is not bad, or just any tech card to help you win more. And yeah, I mean, I had a lot of creative decks here ready to show you guys, but this one was just a banger. This one won well, and I was excited to get that out there. I want to see how the stats are on this in a couple of days and how you guys play with this one, but this one was tearing it up for me in Infinite Ladder, and want to see for you guys. And that's pretty much it for Sasquatch, guys. It's a pretty basic and easy card to play like Coal Obsidian. And I'm going to go and jump into some games, and I'll show you how I utilize the card. Let's jump in. Mr. Cool. Okay, Luke's bar is interesting because we can abuse the hood. Let's start doing that. I'd say that's pretty good too. And we have Sasquatch. Hello. Do we want to play... This makes things a little awkward. I think we play the hood again. Let's play Demon down now. Man, I would snap here as well. But let's just go with this. Hood. Kickback. Okay, so sometimes you have to play snap on people's emotions. That guy just played a forge. He's excited to do whatever he did. We're going to snap, right? We're going to play Nico. Well, we can leave a card here if we play this right. All right, we're going to play Hood here. Mysterio here. We'll take the rocks because it's okay. I may mess this up. Let's see what happens. I believe that Mysterio should stay left side, right? Yeah, okay, we're good there. Okay, so he might Nocturne to Luke's bar. Nico could turn into a demon. We have 3 demons. We have Sasquatch. So same play. Hood here. He and the card jump out. Sasquatch here. Do we even need a Nico? And then I think this is it. This is all we want to play. We're not going to be able to play the death. We just have so many demons at this point. We have so many demons here. Dude, check this out. So we slam the Sasquatch. I feel like we're playing this perfectly. Okay. Magic. Obviously a Surfer deck. Nova. Ooh, the Nova. Okay. Hello. Hello. That's big because he could kill Monger our entire deck. Interesting. I think that's pretty bad. Right, let's play the Hood into the middle, I guess. Dude, this is not fun. All right. We want him to use KM early here. We're going to just float all this power. We don't care about draw at this point. Lake Hellas, huge, but doesn't matter if he has Killmonger. He does it early. Rookie mistake. Okay, all right. It's okay. Mr. Cool won't make that mistake again. What rank are you? 3,400. You're up there. I mean, it's... I mean, I get it. He wants to do the pop-off later, but, like... I mean, you saw how many... You saw... I don't judge other people's play, but you saw how many demons we have. I mean, look at my hand, guys. I'm a freaking... Like, I have a Ouija board over here. All right, we have Death now. For whatever reason, I don't trust this limbo. I should, but I don't. I think we go left, death. Demon now. Intern. Okay, so that... Oh, he's playing Odin there. Oh my god. He's playing Odin in the middle. Good news is he's got priority, so we're good. It was a little scary, but we're good. So Odin goes there. He's going to win the middle lane, right? Feels good about that. He's going to play, I don't know, some 3 costs over here. Feel pretty good there. We're going to do this with this. But when he goes first, so we actually don't want to play... Ooh, that could have been bad. That would have been the most rookie mistake. Okay, so no. We do this. We do that. And then that's it. We don't even play Sentry, right? Because that just screws us up. Because we're going to lose a demon, but either way, we've got the difference to make it up. This is Odin. Cool. We lose middle. We almost just threw the game. We almost threw the game, guys. Demon. If that would have been the Sentry, we would have thrown the game. It would have been fantastic. All right, and then we had the extra power from Mysterio. So, great win. Yeah, we kind of read what they were going to do. He played KM early, and we were able to navigate priority in the right way. And, yeah, we came in with the W. All right, we have Ant, Maze, Nico, Hood, the Sasquatch. Let's get Hood down. And we don't have a Nihilist, so I don't hate playing Hood just to keep him above, you know, decent power. But no, we're gonna go play Hood middle. We don't want to use Ant Maze quite yet. Shadowland, typically bad. For us, not so much. Mockingbird's already dirt cheap. We can go like... I like the idea of going Demon here into... After you play your next card, double this card. So maybe going here. We'll leave this free. Then we'll play Carnage in the middle. Although... Yeah, we'll play Carnage in the middle here. We're going to snap to put on pressure. All right, Nebula gains power. We can play Sasquatch just from, you know, what we were able to accomplish. Death Domain is massive. We can play Sasquatch again for even cheaper. All right, Sasquatch is 4. Mockingbird's 3. We can get Mockingbird dirt cheap. But we do lose one there. This is great unless it goes middle. Then it's... I don't know if the word's problematic. This is fine. Our Mockingbird goes up. I guess we'll play Mockingbird here. Let's see where she lands. Okay, well, we won the right lane, guys. I think that's pretty safe to say. I mean, not bad, though. I'm not going to lie. That was actually a pretty good play. X23 is massive for a few reasons. I want to play Mysterio because of Sasquatch, though. Mysterio's going to play out first, though. So it's a bit awkward, but let's roll with it. If X23 goes middle, it's obviously horrible for us. But we're going to win left side anyway. It didn't go middle anyway. I mean, this couldn't go better right now. He's building up that shawl. He's building it up. Sentry. All right, so let's go Carnage, Sasquatch, Snap again. Ooh, magic on Death Domain. A turn 7, you say? I think the turn 7's better for me. Yeah, we'll take that right there. We're going to go with Sentry in the middle. He's going to be able to fill that out, but that's okay with us. I mean, if we get to kill Monga, this guy's in a world of trouble. Dude, he didn't play right side either. That's tough. Ooh, the Sarah. So the Void doesn't do much. Fortunately, we can't play the Death. We want to go that route. We could throw right lane completely. Because odds are, right, he doesn't want that Void, so he's going to go, like, crazy for that lane. We have 16 left side. It's actually a pretty tough game to win. Although I'm pretty sure if we just go middle here, we've got ourselves a pretty good chance. He's got a good chance to win too, but we play Nihilus mid. He only plays 2 cards. It's Surfer. What on earth? And Odin.
Are ye worthy?
Yo. Oh, he gets the Shaw. No way. Yo. Yo. That's insane. That guy almost beat us. I actually was like, that guy beat us, and then I looked at the power difference. We're good there. Thank you, Mysterio. Okay. Well, we held the breath on that one, but goodness. Look at that shot, 25. Good God. Okay, Monster Island's going to help us out with Mockingbird right off the rip. We have SGX23. Let's go with that in the middle. Nico. We like Hala. We like Nico here, too. Yeah, I mean, we're going to go Nico into SG here. No question. As we get our draw, oh my gosh, this is going to just be a great turn, especially if we get Mockingbird here. We have Sasquatch, KM. Okay, that's still not bad. He plays Bast. He's going the bounce route. Kitty Pride. Sasquatch is dirt cheap. Sinister London is pretty massive for the cards we have. We can play Mysterio now, and then we can play Sasquatch for, you know, cheap later. I think we're going to go with just Carnage here. That's fine. 2 Elsa's. He's going to be able to get really high, but if we throw priority, we can KM him. With a number of ways, we could just beat this guy flat out. We're going to... This would win priority. Goodness. Let's do that. We're going to play the Sentry left side because we get a Void to Sinister London. Can't play him on Sinister, obviously. And then we're going to Annihilus next turn on the right side. Again, we want to be throwing this priority, and I think he knows that. Okay, he plays nothing, I think, wisely. Again, we don't want to play Mockingbird yet. We'll just play the Annihilus now. Mockingbird KM here is a disgusting move, like this into this. But we're going to simply just play Annihilus. I guess our best chance is playing him here. Left side, right side, he wins like, I don't know. We're going to play Annihilus right side. I think either or. There's like 3 different moves we can go there. We're trying to give away priority, but it's going to be tough with the Void either way you look at it. Bishop. Yeah, we've got the priority there. Okay, so... Well, this is disgusting. Funny enough, as busted as Sasquatch is, just the way that played out, we just don't need to play him. And this is what we're going to go with. He has a couple tricks up his sleeve, I'm sure, that he could win with. This is probably all we need to do. We're adding 21 to each side. I mean, outside of Shang-Chi, I think we're probably pretty solid here. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Okay. Look at all this discounted power, dude. It's so ridiculous how much power we have. This guy had a great play, too. I think he probably should have done US Agent on 2 lanes. And he boosted up the hood. Yeah, that guy kindly played wrong. Right? You would want to be putting US Agent boosted up from Elsa in 2 different lanes. But I guess you need those lanes filled up. Not really. I mean, I think that would have been fine either way. Maybe a little wonky. Either way, won all 3 lanes, had it discounted. Great example of the deck, giving us options if we wanted to play, you know, 20 different combinations to win. We have 10 Titans here on playing the name. Kamar Taj is going to be kind of cool for this location. In fact, we can go wild with these squirrels. If you play next card, add a copy to it. That's interesting, too. We could actually do that twice. But I think we're just going to flood these with squirrels, man, and then kill them all and get a free death. And we get rid of the hood. Double demons is massive, though. We kind of want him to play those down. The early SG, though, is pretty much confirming that we're playing the death deck, right? No madman would do what we just did. So freaking zoo up in here. All right, Dream Dimension. See, he feels great. He shouldn't, but he does. Replace the location. Do we want to? Honestly, we don't have any use for Kamartaj. I mean, kind of with Sentry, but I think we're going to go with this right here. Play all these down, then we'll play the Killmonger. Change this location up. That would have been great. Oh my god. Okay, so that one's hidden. Yo, there's so much going on. Okay, so I still think we nuke everything. A piece of me thinks we do it next turn if he plays a demon here. And we just do the carnage for the pure profit. Or we kill everything now and play the death there. That's probably the way to go. All right, let's play KM now. I think this is the other demon. Can't be sure, but it was turn 2. He played 2 cards. I would assume that's the other demon, so we can't play another one here. This is probably just going to be a classic dubs here. Kill everything. Death goes down to 0 instantaneously. Bishop. This is such a sick hand. Yeah, I think we just probably pop that there. And then do we play a Nihilist left side? This is so sick. What a play, because then we can... Yeah, this is insane. All right, we'll play this now. I mean, we're not losing right side. We can confirm that. Unless he preemptively Shang-Chi's us, which I don't think he will with the deck. Ooh. He's full committing. All right, full commitment there. Full commitment. He can beat us. He can definitely beat us. That's kind of crazy that he went all out there. Oh, but we can send a void, good sir. I'm so sorry. All right, so we're going to put 8 there. New nerf, but kind of buff Sentry. We don't have to worry about the Shang-Chi in the middle anymore. He has no idea this is a Nihilist, too. Good God. Our Carnage is kind of useless. Oh my gosh. Well, that's perfect. All right, so we're going to go Mockingbird here. No, I don't think we have any need. 7 should be enough. That's probably just a demon, yeah? He could pack out the middle pretty heavily. We have 17, though, so he'd have to have the perfect... He has 4 cards in hand. He'd have to have the perfect draw. He already used his big card stage. He did play a lot there, to be fair. Ooh, U.S. agent. Okay. Okay. Where's the real Mysterio? Will you please stand up? Either way, we had the left side. Man, he even had the perfect play. That U.S. agent was a massive, massive swing. I mean, well, look at this guy. This guy became instantaneous, 8, 11 power. It's so crazy. But we still won with the left, right, and the huge swap at the end there. But sadly, no Sasquatch. Alrighty, we have Mindscape. We have SG turn 1, which means Mockingbird dirt cheap if we want to. And we can go right into the KM. I think we're going to actually play her on curve. I love New York. That should be a fun location for us. We have the hood. Let's play that down now. And since we have Sentry, we already have the Void. We don't have a Nihilist yet. Let's just play this right here. We played this left side because if we Carnage, we want to get rid of these 2, and we want to keep token cards for Mockingbird. This is huge. Probably a very snappable moment with, like, these kind of styles of play. This is, to me, a game you would just snap every time. Like, no question, just with what we have available. I guess we can chill for a little bit, though. We probably don't want to play the KM. Let's hope we top deck Sasquatch. All right, best card they have available. This is infinite, so there's no bots, so don't know what's going on there. Free death if we want to go that route. We have the Sentry as well. We could do this and then play Sentry and not have to worry about it. You know, I don't hate that, especially because we can move cards. It's kind of early to be playing those hands, and we want to probably keep these. I think definitely the play line, because we don't have a Nihilist, is we're going to go with Mockingbird now. And then we're going to play Killmonger too. We do lose this squirrel. It's a bummer. But we have death now, and that's going to really help us out. So we're going to play KM here, play the demon right side, and snap into that. And they should leave. This is a game they should leave. I said I was going to snap in the last turn. Probably should have, but either way, we're fine. So you guys know I don't snap all the time because of that. People retreat. I want to show you guys how games play to their fullest, potential. But I do think it's cool to show, like, why you shouldn't snap sometimes. But on top of that, like, just the deck's good at getting 1 cube, 2 cubes, 8 cubes, depending on how and when you play it. Okay, Clark, Kent, we have Death, Sasquatch, and Nihilus. Kind of all of our winning play lines. Death's Domain is sweet. Yo, this is awesome. We're actually going to play Mysterio turn 2, Sasquatch turn 3. We're going to play Mysterio. One of these, free death discount. Get rid of that. This is like as perfect as it could get. We both play nothing. Turn 2 is Lake Hellas. Let's go Mysterio right side. I feel like he thinks we would put it in the middle. This way we could play 3 cards down, get that Sasquatch discounted. If he retreats or not, we're going to stick in this game just to show the insanity of a turn 3 10 power card. Which we have cards that can get to 10 power, Thor, Sage, but those need setup, right? Whereas this is just pure stats. The squirrel. So he's actually kind of playing something similar. So always snap here, probably. I mean, it's looking like you'd want to snap here. We have the right Mysterio in the right place, too. So that's kind of awesome. I don't think he knows that. And there is our turn 3 Sasquatch. Absolute ridiculous. This is where you'd want to snap. What a weird board, but either way, we're going to take it. Oh, he's got the Brood. Man, he's going all out on the Mockingbird play. But that should win him that lane, yeah. I mean, we could get an X23 over there at best, but that's about it. We have the KM to lessen some extent, especially in the middle. I might say this for the last play of the game. Sentry's definitely interesting. We could do this now. I think we're going to go Sentry left side into a Nihilus. Mockingbird, Killmonger, probably that. Again, definitely a snap-worthy lane. We're going to get rid of 3 power points here, and that's pretty major. He plays Cole, okay. Ooh, interesting. So we could get Death down to just dirt cheap and get ahead now if we want to go this route. Like, play all these, get rid of his, get rid of mine, get the Death down, then we have Mockingbird. Only thing is we really don't need that. If we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, our Death is free. Death is free, so technically this is the best play line, and we just don't even play Mockingbird. We lose a little bit of our surprise factor, I guess, though. There you go, Sasquatch. Absolutely insane. If we didn't have restricted locations, guys, look at our deck if we did not have restricted locations. All right, so we're going to go Death here, Nihilus here. This puts 30 points here. It's not a guaranteed win at all. The Mysterio is actually kind of messing with us. But it's a, I don't know, likely win, I would say. He needs 10 power with 2 cards. The deck he's playing could definitely have that. But we killed Mockingbird, so, you know, if he was relying on that, he doesn't have that anymore. Which in hindsight is probably why you want to wait on the Killmonger. But we'll see if we end up getting the win either way. Okay, here we go. Patriot. Oh, dude, that's not even being close to enough. Oh, we're definitely good here. He played it out. We're okay with it. Absolutely. Throw the Death on there for 30. He went with the Iceman play. Not going to be enough. Send the Void over -8. Either way, we had the Mysterio. And we got the win. A little bit of a gamble there. A lot of ways we could have lost. Ultron would have been different. There's a lot of ways we could have lost. But
Victory.
we did risk it. And we had a couple ways that we knew with snap conditions. If we didn't have these double restricted locations, we had the perfect giant hands. This was an awesome hole. All right, Coop. We got Mysterio, Death, Mockingbird. I mean, scrumptious opening hand here. Sentry, also fine. Kitty Pride, okay. Great part about this deck, too, is you have KM to just ruin everybody. Icebox hits Mockingbird. Annoying, but not impossible. We're going to play our turn 3 Sasquatch. Very happy. Snap, snap. If they wouldn't retreat, we already have enough examples of that. Angela's left lane. We know what lane we want to play in. Look at this one play. Mysterio on turn 2 is typically a 2-cost Mockingbird and a 3-cost Sasquatch. You can't ask for better than that. We're going to play the Sasquatch now, left side. Bishop. All right. So we can play the Mockingbird now. We don't have a Nihilus. We're going to play... I think we're going to play Sentry now. For several reasons, but I like this. We're going to save that, and we can still kind of throw priority if we need to. This is just... I'd be snapping all day here. We have Dream Dimension to mess with, but either way, like, we're happy. Mockingbird's going to go down by 1 more. We have KM. He's playing the farm. Probably because Sasquatch is coming out. Is this, he's playing 2 cards? So not Hitmonkey. Kitty Pryde and something. Like a Nico? Yeah. I've played too much Snap. Okay. I would assume this is the real Mysterio. I think we straight up play Mockingbird here. And I guess X23. We could get Death down a little bit, but not enough. This is going to be our play line. He does not fear the Void, for what it's worth. Mockingbird goes middle. That's pretty massive. He gets a copy of the Mockingbird. Kitty Pryde. Yo, did we keep priority by 1? That's rough. I mean, that guy... I mean, we're so screwed. That guy perfected that. I mean, maybe we win like this. We're going to play it out. It's going to be tough. That guy getting 2 Mockingbirds is not fun. I guess he's thinking I don't have a Nihilus. Oh, boy. All right, so we're going to kill their Nico. That puts us up by a good amount there. He didn't play another card there. We have the Nico going in bonus power with the Squirrel. I think we might have played this perfectly here because he's going to go with Mockingbird there. Yeah. What is this? Kitty. Hood. Okay. There it is. There it is, guys. We love to see it. We had our Mysterio in the middle, and he had his kind of washed out, and we ended up winning with him having a pretty good last play Nico hand. 14 power Bishop. Didn't get the Annihilus. We played the Void, so some risk there. Still got the dubs.